Hello, welcome to some sort of comparison video about Cybernoid across Amstrad, Commodore 64 and the Spectrum. It's not tech talk. I can't tell you about graphics and all the stuff like that. This is just about putting the games on and say what similarities and differences there is between them. It's not a judgment to say which one's the best and which one's the worst. It's just having a look at them and experiencing them. That's all it's about. If it's any good, I'll do some more. If it's not, I'll not. Cybernoid, the Fighting Machine by Houston. Okay, here we'll go with the first level of the Amstrad version. When I seen the loading screen I thought, oh, it's a Spectrum port, that's not a bad thing. That's not saying anything against the Spectrum, that's just the Amstrad deserves its own. But I was pleasantly surprised. Let's get it on. I'm ticks give this a 95%. I'm going with the newsfile publications, Crash, Zap and Antiques. So that's the tune. It's not the same as the 64 one, but I still like it. As you can see straight away, it's really colourful, that Amstrad. Very vibrant. It always reminds me of pushing down on crayons on paper and it come up really bright, you know. That's what the Amstrad colours seem like to me. As with all Cybernoid games, I think it's best to use the keyboard. Why? Because you can choose your fire button very close to the weapon choices. The buttons 1, 2, 3 and 4. Number 1 being bomb, number 2 mines, which I haven't got a clue what for. I've never been able to use them. Number 3 is the shield, number 4 is the bounce or bouncer, and number 5 is the Seeker or homing missile. So I'll choose E. Oh, sorry, E. Then we'll start. First level for the Amstrad. Nice tune. You can also hear the sound effects. If you want to click the cargo, try and get 1500. That'll give you an extra ship at the end. There's a couple of places where it's pretty good to get them, to get the cargo, a lot of cargo. Anyway, I want to show you how long it takes to get just about to the edge of the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, sort of 4. I counted a 4. We'll have a look at that on other versions. I want to prepare my weapon already. Bounce for the next one. The pattern on these red balls that's coming across the same, pretty much the same as the other versions. And you've just got to be really patient and choose when you're going to gun. Sometimes you can get it across straight away. Just depends what sort of pattern they shoot out at first. There you go. Now if I sit on top of his head and get these 2 rockets. However, it's a little bit different on another version. Love these little ones going up and down. Yeah, I love the little flashing lights in the head. So this is just timing. And there's a big monster that's not here in this version. But we'll get up there. We've got bounce. This is probably the screen where you're best off trying to get all the cargo if you want to go that way. You see them little orange boxes there, wherever they are. They are weapon replenishment. So if I pick one up and one bounce, it bounces back up to 5. If I was using another weapon, see a shield, you always use a shield. The weapon that you pick up, it will replenish the shield. That's how it works. Whichever weapon that you choose, it will be replenished when you pick one of them little box things up. There's your cargo on the bottom. If you're picking that up, I will say that the enemies do come on pretty fast there. And it's notorious Cybernoid for the weapons coming on just as you're exiting and you get killed. So I must admit, it's not as bad as the Commodore 64 version. It's not as frustrating. Hang on a minute. Getting bladder there. I've got 1020 cargo so far. I'm not going to play for that though. You didn't get the double. If I pick this ball up here, you didn't get a double effect, a double bolus, I think they're called. spinning round. You do get that on the 64 version. I've got the tail going. This is one of the key areas. If you're planning on stopping in the middle, on the middle platform, you better be pretty accurate. You've only got one opportunity to get it right, one position to get it right. Me, I prefer to try now to just use the shield in between. Preparing the seeker for the next stage. I love the sound on the Amstrad of that seeker going off. I'll switch to the bounce. So it looks like it's going to be able to get the cargo and get that extra mileage, even though it's only going to be the first level. One of the key parts of Cybernoid is getting that position of your rotator, bolus I should say, right, so it's going to be killing enemies as it's coming round. It's pretty much the same strategy you would use on every other Cybernoid game that I've played, which is the 64 and Spectrum. So you set your shield off now, and you'll get there. Lovely sound effects of explosions. I've just topped the shield off. I want to get down there. Shoot them away. Bomb's probably the best one for me to get there, and I'll choose a seeker because there's an enemy just below. So it's pretty good, the Amstrad version. I do like it a lot, to be honest. It's one of the most impressive Amstrad games I've played, along with Cybernoid 2. Exactly the same strategy for all the ones I'm covering. Beautiful colours. But trust us, on the next level and the level after that, there's 3 levels of this game. Some of the big green enemies that stuck to the ground, as soon as you come on the screen, they'll shoot up. On the Amstrad version, there's bullets to shoot out is really fast. Another thing I forgot to mention, if I can quickly show you, so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. I'll just get rid of this. It's only a couple of screens time. Got a shield. I'll just pick up bounces. I'll put back on bombs just to get through this bit. Now, this is the screen I want to explain for the Amstrad. Now, it's key that you use your bouncer here, because if you didn't use your bouncer, you're gonna get confused what the hell's going on. But there is a confusion with using your bouncer, and that is, it's the same colour as the enemies' bullets that come out, and it does get confused, especially when there's lava coming out. I let one come out and yeah, see, their bullets are red, your bouncer bullets are red. You really need that bouncer in here as well, so you can kill them and get some cargo. So I can't get really confused. There's a few screens like this where it sort of like doesn't help at all. You know, putting your shield on. But it is a little bit more forgiving as you're exiting. You didn't seem to get caught as much as you do on the 64 one. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll just get splattered off these. And sometimes you can get caught out of him actually. I love how busy it looks. I'll tell you what, if I've got a shield, I haven't. I'll demonstrate how tight it is on this. The timing. You've got to get onto that shelf if you use your shield. Oh, I cannot. I didn't get an opportunity, did. But anyway, Amstrad overall, well deserved 95% from Amtix. I think it's a great version. I am pretty addicted to this version. The colours help as well, the sound effects and the music in it. Excellent game. Should be, I imagine it is a top title on the Amstrad. Okay, let's go with the Commodore 64 version then. Two defined keys straight away. The classic tune. There's not many tunes better than this on any system, modern or old. Oh, it just makes us want to listen to it all the time. Number 2. Wait, I'm going for G left. L up. Fire E again. Closest fire button I can think of. That's going to be helpful to get the weapons. I'm going to quickly explain this because it moves up fast the Commodore 64 one. What it doesn't do, what the Amstrad does, is have the same colour bounces and enemy bullets. Bounces are green on here, I think the 64 one. So you didn't get less confused with that. I just want to get that in quick in case I forget. Straight away you can see how fast it is. Rotator, well the bolus looks a lot different. It's more like a doily. If you remember doilies when you were bare, none of that would put them on the table with a little apple on. Yeah, I kind of do the speed thing because these are here, but you can see straight away it's a lot faster. So I've got away with that. These two enemies here on the right, they were a lot closer on the Amstrad. I could hit them with that cannon on here. And also, if you just look underneath, it's like a little secret one you're not supposed to see. It catch you by surprise, which it does alright. So I'll just go like that. Get over here. Whoop, you bugger. Like you can see on the bottom right as well, there's a big green enemy which you can kill with that, and that's not on the Amstrad one. So looking at what enemy we're going to get on screen, then we're going to use our bounces just to get some sort of leverage. But we can't stay on the screen too long because it is brutal for time. Got an opportunity to get the double bolus, so we've got that now. You kind of get that on the Amstrad. That's not me slagging the Amstrad off, you know, it's just me noticing things. Right, okay. No, I didn't want to use the shield, but you can see how tough it is to try and get the right position. You've got one spot, otherwise you're not gonna get across. If you didn't hit that spot, which is there. If I move left or right now, I'm dead. You've got to get it absolutely perfect. And I've got to do this on the 64 version because this is not a weapon you pick up, it's a gun. So I couldn't pick another shield up to replace the one I would be using to get through that little bit there. Seeker, same as Amstrad version on there. For me, it's the best one. And again, use it and shoot the foot. You can see the time running down. So I'm going to use the shield, get through these. One thing also you notice is there's no sound effects of the weapons and the bullets. It's just the music that's playing. Would have been great if you did it. Saying that might have spoiled the bloody tune, to be honest. 5 seat, that's the same strategy I use on all systems. Graphics good, good shading, excellent. Not as bright as Amstrad obviously. But better get going here. Seeker. No, actually. No Seeker. See again, that is a lot bigger. So that's a 64 version. It's really difficult to get the cargo on it. You've got that little time on each screen. The enemies are really unforgiving when they come on screen as you're exiting. A lot more than the Amstrad one. The Amstrad one's a little bit fairer. It's as if when you get close, really close on the Amstrad one, the enemies didn't seem to come on. On here they didn't care, they'd still come on. You ain't got a chance. Anyway, it's a 64 version, great music, really fast. It's a proper adrenaline rush. And I love it. Let's have a look at the Spectrum one. Okay, it's the Spectrum version that looks very crisp, very sharp, a nice use of colours. That's about as much as me tech talk can manage. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get the music on. Again, that nice tune again. 2 defined keys, left, J again, right, up I, fire again, it's A. go. Fast looking game, look how big the ship is, and you've also got the sound effects of the ship along with the music as well. Let's have a look at the size of the enemy below. So this time the bolus is a rotator. Sorry, a square looking thing. Right, it took 4 seconds to get across on the Amstrad version. We couldn't time it, but it was obvious that the 64 version was quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much the same, I would say. Let's go on the next screen. The ship feels a little bit slower on this one. Don't know if it's too much going on for it. We'll take our chance, and you can see the pattern's pretty much the same. You've got a double battle a lot of the time when you see another one come on with a tomato. You've got the 2 rockets on the right, the third one's not there. I got the 64 one's a little bit deeper gone in between these, so it's a lot longer. Oh, there's a death. Well, at least we'll see what the death looks like. Yeah, let's go again, let's see if I can get a clear run through. Ooh, thought I should have been hit there, like, to be honest. So far it's fair and sharp. I didn't adjust, I've got to adjust from the 64 version. The ship takes a little bit longer to get off these pillars. So I'll have to do that. The ship again is longer. It's a little bit bigger. The gun doesn't jut when you shoot. And these red balls are quite fast. Really take my time. Is another one come on? Is that it? Right, I can get out. Right, I haven't got the opportunity to get them 2 with the bolus. And again, like the 64 one, the rotating. Not on the stomach this time, but on the neck. And the green enemy isn't there. So we've got the bouncing ready. Let's have a look at the bounce. White bullets. Let's see if we can see what colour the enemy bullets are here. Too scared to let them fire. Red. That's good. I'm not bothered about that. We'll let it bounce it out. So the different colour bullets, that's a bloody bonus in it. You can see the enemies probably coming on the fastest out of a lot of them here. I felt as though I had to use a bounce there to get through that last bit. Right, we've got a shield we can pick up, so we can use the shield on here. You can see the ship flashes, some indication that it's gone on and on and on. Or chaos from the volcano down there. We'll pick this seeker up and use that. You get these mouldy cinnamon swirls going on. We'll pick the 4 again after that one and see what this is like. Right, depends on what enemies you get. The speed, the pattern of them. Right, we're going on for 3 again. Right, we've got the shield ready. See the ship flashing again. Pretty much exactly the same as the 64 one. And the Amstrad one doesn't give you that flashing thing, some indication that you're still invincible. We're going for the bomb again. Exactly the same strategy. Now we're going for the seeker. It seems great. The Spectrum one seems very polished, very sharp. I like it. I'd like to see what it's like. Maybe it's on the next screen, just to see what the forgiveness is like. The enemies coming on screen. As you're exiting, so if you didn't mind, I'll stay for that. Anyway, 1050, not too far away. Probably could have done it. Inside the top right, the time's a little bit tight as well. Not as tight as the 64 one, but it seems to be a little bit more time than the Spectrum one to try and get through the levels. Right, I just want to check that out, see what's like. So we'll just use that, look at bounces and stuff. We use the bombs again to get through this bit. So this is a screen I want to check out again. You can see the enemies come on a little bit faster. They all have different patterns depending on what type of enemy you're going to have. The Spectrum one seems great, like I've got to say. So I want to get close and then see how forgiving it is or unforgiving. Oh, we should have gone back. Anyway, the Spectrum one, absolutely fantastic. It seems a little bit easier, I would say, than the other two, which is why I probably got through to that stage a little bit quicker. Overall, Cybernoid is brilliant on all three systems. I think if you had this game on your respective computer, you would have been very, very happy. I forgot to mention, Zap gave the 64 one 93%. Imagine that should have been a sizzler. The Crash gave it, I think it's 96%. I've got a little book where you were, a little note. Just seeing. Spectrum Crash 96%. That's good. Anyway, that's my first little comparison question mark video. There's no comparison to say which one's the best, just see how they all play differently. I'd say the 64 one had the best music. Unfortunately, you didn't have sound effects in the game as well. It was most unforgiving as you exit the screen. The Amstrad one, nice tune, lovely little sound effects as well. Love the enemies, the little animation on the little robots going up and down with the eyes spinning around. Very sharp, very colourful. I think they made a mistake with the bouncers being the same colour as the enemy bombs as well. That does get a little bit confusing, a little bit unfair. Not as unforgiving, I should say, as the 64 one when you exit the screen. They do come on. There's a couple of screens where it's hard, but they seem to give you more weapons, so you seem to want to be able to you feel more confident using your shields, knowing you're going to pick another one up for a later part of the screen. Spectrum one pretty much sticking two fingers up out of the Amstrad and 64 and said, if you can do this, I can as well. And it definitely does. It's an amazing game on the Spectrum as well. Anyway, it's my first effort of doing some sort of comparison on a game. I'll probably try and do another one and just see how I feel about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that was okay. It's not about the tech talk, it's about the game, the gameplay, the differences. Cheers, ta-ra.